Anyways.
Okay, let's go. Come on.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Midnight Chismis. How is your night going? You already know what time it is. It's time for some late night gossips with your hosts, Nicole.
Brunette.
And trash.
Alright, so in tonight's episode, we will be talking to some I would say very interesting topic. I would say, as you can tell from our title of this video, we will be talking about some murder mystery or some murder cases around the world, I would say, but
Worldwide.
worldwide.
Worldwide
But
murder.
then the thing is, I only found only a few things, not a lot in Philippines or something like that. Mostly in the US, because that's where a lot of
That's the hot spot.
yeah, it's
Killers.
yeah. So before we dive in, do you guys have any
Have you murdered anyone?
No, don't ask that question.
I've only seen a murder happen in front of me like once. When I was a kid.
No, I've never.
All
Like,
right,
look at our previous
Never
episode. Link down below. I'm just kidding.
Link up here.
Right here.
No.
somewhere.
Just
But
kidding.
yeah, so with this topic, if you're not comfortable at all, you can just exit, or I don't
Mute
know,
us, but please give us the views. I'm just kidding.
like this video for the views. But okay,
Like this
so
video if you don't like murder. Oh wait, no. Like
no,
this video
don't-
if you've never killed anyone.
Ooh,
Yeah.
21 likes.
nice. All right, so we will get started on this murder cases that I've researched on earlier today. So the first murder cases. Okay, so there's three parts of this murder. I labeled it as a typical murder case. Second one is
Serial
how do you
killer.
say it?
Serial.
Yes, serial killers, and then the third is some gruesome murders. Right?
Just that category.
So yes, so the first in our category is your typical murder, type thing. Have you guys heard of the Watts family murder? Have you heard of that?
What?
What?
Yeah, the Watts
W-A-T.
family.
Is it the
Yeah.
one? I don't know.
I don't know it.
I think I've talked about this to you, Trish, before, where there was
no.
anyways,
Panic.
I'll give you guys a description of this. So the Watts family's murder occurred in Colorado, United States, during the early morning hours of August 13, 2018. So this was pretty recent, I would say. So while being interviewed by police, Christopher Watts, which is which is the husband and the dad, who is the murderer, who murdered his pregnant wife Shanann Watts by strangulation, and he later admitted to killing their daughters, 4-year-old Bella and 3-year-old Celeste, by smothering them with a blanket over their heads. So because I was so invested with this murder case, there was a video of not the video of a murder, but a police dash camera, or not dash
Body
camera,
camera.
but yes, that one, where he was there during an investigation, and Chris Watts was the murderer, right? So there was a whole video of it on YouTube. You can check it, but I'll continue the link on it. But anyways, so during the investigation, you can tell that he was guilty. Like Christopher Watts, he was guilty. You can see it from his face, the nervous look on his face, because the moment, because the neighbor had a CCTV of him loading his wife's body into his truck and his daughter's body at the truck. Like he got caught from the CCTV, so he was there when the police was looking at the CCTV, so he couldn't even look at the CCTV footage because he know that he was fucked up, and apparently he wasn't gonna kill his two daughters during when he was strangling his wife, but he had to kill them. I would say his motive was his two daughters saw him strangling his wife, and so he just decided to just apparently he didn't kill them on their house. He only killed them when he was loading his wife's body
In the
saying
truck.
like, "Oh, what happened? Yeah, so what happened to mommy?" When they're asking,
Oh
"What
my
happened to mommy?"
god.
And then that's
That's
when
so
he
messed
just
up.
his two kids, and then
Damn.
he drove all the way like miles away from their home to dump them. I know the wife's body was just dug into a ground or something, and then
Mm.
the two kids is the two daughters body was found in a tank, like
Oh,
A
a
in a
water
water
tank?
very,
tank?
yeah, water tank. I would say something somewhere in a tank. It's close to
Mm.
his workplace apparently.
Mm.
So they found the two bodies there, and like, you know, things happened, dirty things happened, and apparently the motive was that he was not happy anymore. They had a big fight with his wife,
Bro.
and then I was
What?
like,
Bro,
that's
you could
so
have. There's so many other
stupid.
options like divorce. You could have just leave. Why
I
to
know,
kill?
that's what I was saying. And then
The
the audacity for him to like saying that, oh, my wife and my two daughters were missing. He even invited like
news
news
reporter
reporters to
hmm
like
to
send
look
help
for
of
it.
like to find my family, but in
What
regards
the?
that, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there's also a documentary of this on Netflix if you want to check it out. I'm
Wow.
just saying.
Don't
But
give them
yeah,
clout like that.
yeah, and so on November 6, 2018, Watts pleaded guilty to multiple counts of first-degree murder as part of a plea deal with the death penalty, which apparently was later demolished in Colorado in 2020. So the death penalty was not sentenced for him because it
hmm
was abolished in 2020.
Revoked. Yeah.
But then he was sentenced to 5 life sentences without the possibility of parole, and 3 to be served consecutively. So he's gonna
Basically,
be
he's
there
in prison for
forever.
life,
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
as he
yeah.
should.
That's so
As he
whack.
That's
should,
fucked, bro. So wait, what? Where did they see the like him loading the wife in the truck? Is it like
So
through their CCTV camera or like a
no,
neighbor's?
the
Not a
neighbors
neighborhood.
The neighbors. Oh, I
yeah,
see. I
it
see.
got caught. So he thought,
I
you know, he thought he wasn't caught like with any CCTV, because like the CCTV from the neighborhood is like not even like a full view of his house, but it's just like where his
Bro,
garage
like
is.
him like back and forth.
Yeah, you could see him
yeah.
loading the bodies from
I
the
think
truck.
it's because
God
his
damn.
words didn't match his actions.
Yeah,
And
you could
like
see that he was
Stuttering.
stuttering.
what was it like? I think the neighbors were friends with the wife. That's why they
Yeah.
were
Oh.
concerned. So
Mhm, mhm.
if the wife didn't have any close members, like
Yeah.
maybe he could have gotten away with it
Yeah,
more.
exactly.
But since they cared for the wife and the kids because
Mhm.
obviously they're friends, then she was more like active in like trying to find her, especially since like what he said that they're missing, right? So obviously they're gonna
Yeah.
look for clues.
Yeah.
Like no
But yeah,
matter how
there's
much you
the
don't like your wife, why would you kill her?
I know,
It's
right?
like imagine me getting annoyed at someone and be like, "It's time, you gotta go." Like
It's time. All right.
that
So
makes
that's
no sense.
our category of that, and then we
Okay,
have
I
the
like
last
that.
one.
I would rate that as
Mhm.
6.5 out of
All right, we're gonna do race. Okay. Okay. So our next and last, second,
last.
the last,
Second to last. Second to last.
the
Huh?
second to last of
There you
this
go.
Oh, it goes by
category,
extreme. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
is the murder of Travis Alexander. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar
Travis
with this,
Scott
but no, what the fuck?
or
Quarter
Travis?
pounder.
Travis Alexander.
Who's
I've seen
who's
this on
quarter
YouTube
pounder?
as well.
Mm.
I'm told you I'm a sucker for murder mystery, but whatever. So Travis Victor Alexander was an American salesman who was murdered by his ex-girlfriend Jody Ann Arias in his house in Arizona. Arias was convicted of first-degree murder on May 8, 2013, and sentenced to life in prison without possibility of parole on April 13, 2015. At the time of the murder, Alexander sustained 27 to 29 knife wounds and a gunshot to the head.
God
Arias
damn.
test Yeah,
He was like,
Arias
I'm not done yet.
yeah, and Arias testified that she killed him in self-defense, but she was convicted by the jury. The murder and the trial received widespread media attention in the United States. Yeah.
So was it self defense? Like what?
No, I don't think it's self-defense in my opinion, because when I was watching the murder trial, oh my
Don't
god,
Oh,
hello.
burn
that
out.
scared me.
I know, but I'm doing something.
Anyways,
Oh my
so when
lord.
I was watching the murder trial of this whole thing, she what do you call this, before the murder she was going out, she was gonna have a staycation with his boyfriend, which is Travis Alexander. They're
Mm-mm.
having a staycation, you know, doing couple stuff, doing the
Mm-hmm.
deeds, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then the girl is a photographer, like she likes
Mm.
taking pictures, and you
Mm.
know she brought her
Oh,
camera with her. She would
yeah.
like I don't know if I'm saying this right, but from what I understood is that they were showering together, and then he asked her boyfriend to just pose for a picture,
Mm.
just half of his body, I believe. I think there's more into it, but anyone will look at it. But while they were showering, uh the girl was taking a picture of him, right? So
Uh,
she started stabbing him, like stabbing him, and then while she was
This
she
is
was not
this is some weird role play, babe.
she was not holding the camera, but the camera fell when she was stabbing him, because like he was like
And the shutter would just kept going and it just
yeah,
stabbed.
it did.
No, that's a film. What the fuck?
It didn't capture the stabbing, but it captured that he was on the floor with the blood on it. Yeah. Yeah, and then I think while she was stabbing him, the camera fell, and then the shutter just kept going, and there's some evidence of him getting, you know, he was down there.
that is
And
so
I
scary.
think, yeah, and then she was like, all of the washroom was like filled with blood, and then like she was trying to wash off the fucking what do you call this, the blood, and she went to the convenience store to buy bleach to you know, remove the stains, but
Yeah.
there's nothing we can do about it, because like there's a lot of blood already. Like hello, 27 to 21 29 stab wounds would literally just spread everywhere, and it's a gunshot. I don't think it's self-defense, like you're that prepared or something.
Wait,
Like,
what?
What
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 part here
caused?
is self-defense?
I don't know. That's what I was like. I don't know where is the self defense in there. Like that's her plea, is that she just, like, her boyfriend was like assaulting her during that time, so she had the to defend herself. But like,
But
mm,
there's proof already
you
of the camera.
yeah, exactly. Like you asked him to pose for the camera. Is that harassment to you or something?
Even though
I don't
she asked
really.
herself,
Yeah.
what?
Some people think that she's a psycho, like something's
Yeah,
going
I
on with
believe
her.
so.
Damn.
Yeah, but yeah, that
That
girl.
is what?
Yeah, there's
That's
a story on
This
YouTube as well. You can
what
watch
is
the whole
what just
thing.
happened? I don't.
Freaky
She said,
roleplay.
"Let me take a photo," and then like what?
So wait, she shot him right in the end, like one shot.
Yeah.
Did anyone
So after,
like hear that around?
I'm not too sure about that,
I
but I'm
mean,
pretty
if it's a
sure.
staycation,
pretty
then
sure,
it's probably like isolated.
Yeah, but it took them. I don't know why it took them to convict her, but it took them 2 years to convict her into life prison.
What?
Yeah, so it kept going and going, and then they were interrogating her over and over again, and she would just say that it was self defense. And
Yeah.
I know when I was watching it, she just keep changing her statement, saying that from the other
Oh,
day
what?
she said it's self defense. The other day it's like I don't know what's the other one, but she keeps changing her statement, so that was already saw. So that should have been like convicting her of saying that she already killed him, because like she keeps changing her statement. Like that's
Okay,
I think
already
it's like
yeah.
statement is different from evidence, though. So they probably had a hard time finding enough
Maybe.
proof. Maybe.
That's fucking wild.
But the proof was that the camera was there, you know, he was there.
Yeah.
But I'm not
Wait,
sure.
That's so creepy to me.
Taking photos
Like
of
how
them
like,
on the
'cause-
ground bleeding, like that already proves that you were killing
Yeah.
him for your
Like,
own choice,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Because like what didn't she already take a photo of him like half naked? So like
Yeah.
that's him when he's alive, and then there's more shots of him,
I'm
and then
guessing
he's dead. Like what?
I'm guessing when she was taking a picture of him while they were showering, or when he was, in the shower, when she was about to stab him, the guy, self defense had a self defense mode, so the camera fell, and then the shutter just keep shut, like, keep pressing. I guess like it was at the, I don't know. That's my mode.
Maybe
My
photographer, this was like her new inspiration for her new
oh my god, that's a bad inspiration right
photo
there.
exhibit.
That's a
I
bad
don't know.
inspiration.
Gore.
You know how artists can be, they can get a little crazy
Called
with their art.
X gone.
Yeah.
This piece is called Bloody Shower.
That's disgusting. All right, so we're done with our light. I would say
That's
light
great.
murders. I would say
Huh?
That is
Like-
not like
I would say a typical murder. I
From
would
death,
say.
murder, family murder to like fucking weird role play in the show.
Mhm. All right. So our next category is
I'll give
serial
that
killers.
I'll give it a
Oh
7.
yeah,
7 out of 10.
That
7. How
for
about?
gore, that's like a 8 for me. That's
All right.
too much. I was like
You think that's
overwhelmed.
gory to you? Just wait for our last category, okay? Just
Okay.
wait. It gets worse.
Oh shit.
All right, for our second category is our serial killers. We can never forget about those serial killers, right? It's always in the news. I wouldn't say in the news, but they're the most like I would say terrifying killers in the
Mhm.
world. But here are some of the top 3 that I saw in when I was researching it. But there's this guy, or I don't know if it's a person or if it's a group or thing. But there's this thing called H. Holmes. Do you know what that is?
H-O.
No,
H.
that's a home
Holmes.
company.
All right,
Like
so
KKK vibes. Is that
Home Depot?
No, no. I'm not familiar with this, but I just know that it's gory or
what
something like
category
that.
of Home Depot?
So H. Holmes is a pharmacist. Oh,
Oh.
he's a pharmacist who turned a hotel into a torture castle.
This
Yeah.
is crazy.
whack.
I got moist on my lips. It's drying up.
So, ahead of the 1893 World's Fair, Holmes moved to Chicago and started outfitting a 3-story hotel with all manner of contraption, including gas lines, secret passages, and trapdoor doors, hallways to dead ends,
This guy's playing Minecraft too much.
chutes to the basement, soundproof padding, and torture devices
Oh,
throughout a
God.
maze. So the gas allowed Holmes to knock out his gas before the worst of what was to happen came next, often on his surgical tables. So he turned the bodies in the building's furnaces, selling skeletons to medical schools and running life insurance scams. In all, he copped to more than 30 murders, found only after a fellow scammer turned him in turned him in for falling short on financial agreement before he was hanged in 1896.
God
So
damn.
so
Okay.
I would say he bought the building or some shit like that, or like a 3-story hotel, and then a guest would book the hotel there, and then when as soon as the guests come in there, it's trapped. Like you can't go out.
This is an
You're already
extreme escape room, yo. It's
Yeah,
I never
like,
want to go to escape
by the
room.
time you go in there, you're already smelling gas, and you would pass out, and you would end up in a, what do you call this?
Torture chamber.
No, it's called his guess he's a pharmacist, right? So let me
Surgery
read the line.
table?
Yeah, surgery table. You would end up in there or some shit. Then and he would just start,
Imagine waking up and you're like in the fucking
yeah,
metal table and just like I don't remember
Yeah.
having surgery. What is this place?
yeah,
If
and then
he's
he
like that, I don't think he gave them anesthesia or anything like that.
no,
Hell
I don't
no.
think
Straight up.
so.
Probably wants to like see them in pain and
Mm-hmm.
shit. That's some sadistic motherfucker.
Yeah, and then he would burn the bodies in his furnace where he built it in the furnace, and then he would sell the bones as part of
That's so.
to
Oh my
medical
God.
students too. Like,
He's
bruh,
literally like giving away evidence without even knowing.
Wait, so he's a pharmacist, so he already built a career, and in the end he got bored. He's like, okay, I wanna torture some people now.
mhm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like why would like I don't.
I think it's more crazy that he tortures, but his profession is to heal.
Right? Stop. Maybe he's tired. He's like, I want to switch. I'm getting tired of this job.
Maybe he's mixing medicine, or maybe he's like
That's
making
so-
Or
new
maybe
medicine.
he's like fucking crazy in the head that he thinks they're hurt, but then they try to
Mm.
heal.
How about if he doesn't
Oh,
remember hurting them?
maybe.
They twist it. What, Trish?
Maybe he doesn't remember hurting them, and then he heals them.
He's like, oh, you got a big hole in your stomach. Let me heal that.
Hmm.
Let me,
True.
let me just.
That's fucking
That's
nuts.
crazy.
Imagine waking up and you're in the fucking surgery table. What was your first impression would be? I'm like, oh, this is nice.
No, I'd be
I
like,
would be
what
creeped
the-
out. I would creeped out. I would just die. I will just die. I will just kill myself.
And you know, that's like the most brutal way. I feel like it's the most brutal way because you're still alive and you're getting like little bit by bit tortured like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like it's like not like unless you hit like a certain spot, like you're not gonna die right away.
Yeah.
So how many people did he kill? 30 people?
More than 30 murders. Yeah.
That's so
Damn. He probably keeps
Yeah.
a record of like.
And he's probably
Yeah.
probably the reason he's gotten away is like because he has a legitimate profession.
Yeah.
So they don't even like
I
question
think that's what
him.
it is. Like with these like serial killers, that they build a trust in the society, so
Yeah.
they can get away with a lot of things. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So did you have
And
any
he
family
was.
or anything?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with this murder case, but I don't think. I think he has a. I don't think he has a family of his own. Not
Just
sure.
wanted to throw
I wouldn't think he would have one, but thank God for that one snitch
Yeah.
that reported him.
Wait, so he's a scammer, right? The one that snitched on him? Does that mean
So
he goes to
no,
jail
so
too?
yeah, a fellow scammer snitch on
Yeah. So
him.
doesn't he doesn't he get on jail to like
Yeah, but at least he wasn't
I'll see you
hanged.
there.
Yeah, at least he wasn't hanged.
Oh shit, this killer was hanged?
Yeah, the killer
Oh
was
wait, when was
hanged.
this? 19 Oh, he's the older day.
1896. Like
So
early.
that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Year.
Shit. I like that.
So
10
rate
10.
that.
10 out of 10. He's creative.
10.
He's creative. I'll give him
That's
that. He's
crazy.
creative. When we try to give him a chance, like, oh, welcome to my hotel, blah blah blah.
Psych.
Like, psych. It's a hospital.
Right.
That's
Now
crazy.
to our next one is his name is Pedro Lopez.
Pedro
Okay.
Lopez.
All right. So apparently he is one of the world's most prolific serial killers that might still be out there. So
Prolific.
still out
What does
there
that mean?
in this world. Like hasn't been caught. I mean, I'll just read to you the description of this
Go ahead.
before I. So Pedro Lopez is linked to more than 300 murders in his native Colombia and in Ecuador and Peru. At least 1/3 of those murders were tribal women. After Lopez's arrest in 1980, police found the graves of more than 50 of these preteen victims. He was later convicted of murdering 110 girls in Ecuador and confessed to 240
What does
more
that
murders
mean?
in Colombia and Peru. He is called the monster of the Andes. Andes didn't even spend 20 years in prison, but he was released in 1998 for good behavior.
For what reason?
More than all right, let me. Okay,
I was like, oh,
here's
he's
the
okay
here's
now.
the here's the deal.
Yeah.
Here's the thing though. Here's the thing. More than 20 years since he was released, his whereabouts is unknown. So you'll never know if he's been murdering other girls or I don't
Who
know.
let the killer outside for good behavior? What about?
That's what I was
about-
saying.
What?
That's what I was
Worry.
saying.
I think he paid. I think
Right
there's
now,
some
he's being a
fucking
good boy, okay? Being a good boy.
shady shit going on under the table. He probably paid some officials so he can get away. That's fucked.
Yeah,
That's
his-
fucked.
That is,
Who let
Yeah.
him out? What?
I just don't understand
So
why
now,
would you
if
let-
he's out now, does that mean like he could be killing other people, but they don't even know if it's him or
yeah,
something?
that's what I say. Maybe he changed his identity or something like that.
oh my God.
You'll never know.
What? Oh my god. Oh
But
my
like, I don't
God.
really, I don't understand why they had to release him for good behavior. Like,
You know what?
yeah,
year
of
was he
course.
released? What year was he released?
He was released in 1998, so he was only in prison for
Doesn't
20
make
years.
sense because usually
Oh, he
when
didn't
they
even
do like,
spend.
when they do like
didn't
a
s-
parole type
No,
of
I don't
situation,
know. I don't know. But he didn't even
Maybe-
spend 20
maybe it's
years in
different.
prison.
Where is that
What?
again? Peru?
No.
There's all sorts. So Peru, Ecuador, and Colombia.
That's
That is
probably
so
different
his-
there
Yeah.
in South America.
What,
I
he
just
killed
don't
like 200
understand.
people and he got away with it after 20
For
years?
good behavior.
Not even.
What?
He didn't even. Apparently didn't spend 20 years. So I would say like
Oh. That is, what?
Like,
There's some
I was-
people who get life sentence for killing
One
like, one person, or even like if they get wrongly accused, they get life
Yeah.
sentence, and they let off this guy for one good behavior, bruh.
Is he like
Bro, what the hell?
like those shady kind of
mhm.
Yeah.
mafia
Probably-
kind of people?
Probably paid something off under the table to get out.
Maybe.
probably.
That's so.
But like I just don't understand. Like, yeah, obviously when you're in prison, you would wanna show your good behavior side that you've
Yeah.
changed, but that shouldn't be a motive for them to release him
I
because
don't think that's enough to release him.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
There could be
out
more.
of this space, you don't know what's inside of their mind. Like you don't know what's
Yeah,
going
that's so-
on.
Psycho right
Oh my
there.
god. Oh my god. And he's still
That's
out
weird.
there, bro. Oh my god.
Alright,
Well, he
watch out,
probably
people
died.
living in that area.
I hope he dies.
Maybe we don't know. It's still
Maybe.
unknown where he is right now. So rate that serial
The fact
killer
that
for
he's
you.
still out
Mhm.
there unknown, like that's scary.
Yeah.
I mean, 300 is not like your casual murder. Like that's like habit.
Mass.
That's
That's
something
isn't that like
like
a mass murder or
At
something
that
like
point,
that?
it feels like that hearing
like
that
he
it's like
finds
as if they
joy out of that
enjoy.
or something.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
enjoy
Mhm.
probably doing it if they've done it for that many people. That's so
like, that's crazy.
yikes. That's a big yikes.
Big yikes.
I hope he doesn't have an offspring or anything that has the same
Oof.
behavior.
Oh no.
Because like there's some type of killers that are
Mhm.
like it's in their system in their DNA
Yeah.
that they're meant to kill, or like
Yeah.
they have no remorse or something like that.
Okay, your significant other now. 10 years, 20 years later down the road, you guys get a child, and then they tested your child positive for COVID. I'm not COVID. Tested positive for being a
Psychopath. Psychopath.
What would you
Would
do?
Mhm.
I would.
This is after giving birth.
Oh, then I would. Then it's my responsibility to keep him contained, or to keep the child contained.
Really? So
Yeah.
you try your best. What if like even like can not can well they're in school or whatever, they're
No, no,
early.
they would not go to school if they were like that.
Oh,
They
you
would be
get homeschooled.
homeschooled for the
Yeah.
rest of their life. They would stick by me unless they get cured or something like that. Which is probably
What if you send
not
them
likely
early
because
science?
yeah,
They come they give you like a dead bird or something like look mommy, I
usually
can
that's how it starts.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I would just keep it contained because like I'm not gonna kill my own kid, but I'm also if it's like that old already, like if it's like still in your stomach or something like that, then I
And I would
would.
just
But then
get
if it's
aboard.
already born, then I'll just it's within me to be responsible, so it's not out there in the world doing that. Kill
All
mama.
right. So rate the serial killer.
I'll give it that
Is
I'll
that
give it
shocking?
It's shocking.
9 out of 10.
Yeah, 9 out of 10.
This category is our gruesome murders.
Mhm.
Are you ready for this? So the
But
first
it wasn't
one.
gruesome enough. That
Right.
was a light murder.
So the first in our list is Tamara Samsonova, which is also known as the
Philippines.
Granny Ripper.
Huh?
The Granny Ripper. She's
Granny?
also known as the
Granny?
Granny Ripper.
Oh no, Granny, no, you're too old, dude.
All right, are you
no.
ready for this? This is short.
Ready.
This is short description. But Samsonova is the 60-year-old Russian woman who murdered and ate at least 11 people and kept.
No.
Okay, okay.
Cracker.
Okay, and that's not the worst part. Okay, so she at least killed and murdered and ate at least 11 people and kept a diary where she detailed her crimes.
Wow.
And then
She bullet
killed,
journaled that shit.
yeah, and then she killed her friend Valentina Olanova by drugging
Bro, what
her
are these
salad
names?
with sleeping pills and using a handsaw and dismember her while she was still alive.
So wait, did she cook the human meat?
I
I want
have
to
no
know.
idea. I have no
Probably
idea.
not.
If she served it like an actual dish, then
Maybe
maybe
I think
could-
it's as a cannibalism type thing.
it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, but I don't
No
think she
other
would
way.
cook. Is that considered as? Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
I was saying
any
like,
way of like
oh, okay,
eating
okay.
human, it's still.
Electricity.
But I just
Yeah.
want to know her, her process. Does she eat as she kill? Does she kill and then
I
eat?
have no
like,
idea. But yeah,
She-
all I know is that
she
she just
rapper.
eats them and
No, Granny, no.
yeah, and then her friend, she drugged her friend with a salad with the sleeping pills, and then yeah, and then she used a handsaw to dismember her body parts, and then she was alive. Her friend was alive when she did that. Yeah, yeah. The most hurtful way to die is you seeing yourself dying. Like you can feel
You're feeling
the
everything.
pain.
Yeah, it's the fact
oh
that
my
you're trying to
God.
survive out of it. It's just
Bro, you have to
so
saw her
mess.
through bones.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh my god, being alive
You-
and you're just feeling
yeah.
all that, dude. I
And you're
cannot
going through
imagine.
all sorts of flesh in there. Like, oh my God.
layers of skin.
Layers of skin too. Yes. All right. Rate that. That's it. That's it. That's the description of this murder.
Granny, no. Where's your kids? Like,
So it just started when she was old. She's just like, I'm bored
What
of
was your
life.
motive?
Probably.
What was your motive? Like, why is she doing that?
I have no idea.
Okay,
Can
good.
search it up.
Meet the reporter.
That's all I know is that she just murders them and eats
Yo.
them.
She's Russian? She's a Russian.
Yeah, she's
old-
Russian. Yeah.
So she's killing in Russia.
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes,
far
yes.
away from us.
Far away.
Damn.
That is so crazy.
Damn. I'll give that
You're-
like an 8.
Like, wouldn't her house
Smell.
I have.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Well, okay, if she eats it,
She already
raw,
has an
it'll
old lady smell, but like
You
dying
add more. Oh.
flesh smell. Yo,
Ew.
shit.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm thinking about it. It's like.
All right, next.
disgusting.
So gross.
All right. Our next contestant of this murder mystery is the Greyhound bus murder. So this
Greyhound.
happened in 2008 while aboard packed Greyhound bus. Vince Lee stabbed and beheaded 22-year-old Tim McLean. He proceeded to sever. Is that sever?
Sever.
Sever the rest of McLean's body parts and eat them in front of the passengers. He was found not criminally responsible due to mental illness and is currently free.
What? What is this? Good behavior?
No, because he was not convicted because he was mentally ill. Like he
They
has
use
no-
that excuse so
Yeah.
much.
No. Why would you bring someone back into society if they're not mentally stable?
That's
And
what I
they're-
was.
The fact that they're killing people, it was fucked.
That's
So
also
fucked. At least put him in like an
pleasure for
institution.
them. Yeah.
Like contain him in somewhere, you know.
Yeah.
They shouldn't just let him free. Just that.
Wait, so is he still free now? Like, is he?
Yeah.
What's this guy looking like? Where
His
is
name
it?
is Vince Lee. Vince
Lee?
Vinc and his last name is Li.
Oh. Vince.
Vince Lee.
He and Granny could be, eating together. Have a dinner together. Talk about your problems.
Yeah.
Like, why are you guys doing this?
I know. What did
You
those
think
people
they
do
have
to
urges
you?
To eat each other too. You're like, you
Oh my
look
god.
delicious,
Oh
Vince.
my god.
They
They're
probably
just fighting for each other.
Like, here, try this bone. Try this meat. Here, try this. I got the
His
thigh.
finger.
Oh
Try the
my god.
finger.
The worst ever.
Be careful.